Hey guys, Captain JGB84. Suicide Squad. I don't know what the critics are thinking about it. It's okay. I don't know, with Batman vs. Superman, I get why people don't like it, but with this one, yes and no. I mean, let's get the elephant out of the room right away. We've seen this story 100 times. The big evil bad guy and the big beam of blue light shooting into the sky. And it's gotta, destroy it and whatever, the unlikely group. It's like, we've seen that 100 times now. Everyone's still trying to do the Avengers. But, I think it works mostly. I don't know, reviews are extremely negative and, I don't know, it is a bit disheartening at times. We heard plenty of things, studio interference. Jared Leto said most of his scenes were cut. And other things like reshoots, how Batman vs. Superman affected it, the whole 9 yards. But I'm just here to speak my mind, and that's it. So, what did I like? First and most obvious, the best thing about this movie, Harley Quinn. I grew up with reruns of Batman the Animated Series. I love the hell out of that show. I used to rent VHSs from my movie store just to watch it. But yeah, it was awesome, and Harley Quinn was one of my favorite things about it. And when she, came over in the Justice League series, that was great too. So seeing her in live action and just played so well by Margot Robbie, it's just, I never thought I'd see the day. But yeah, she's great. Deadshot is also great. It is a bit of Will Smith does Will Smith as Deadshot, but he's great. He has some great one-liners. There's an amazing action scene involving him. And he's just great. He's just fun to watch, and it's nice seeing him and Harley kind of be at odds at times, because Harley's a bit of the oddball of the bunch. Well, obviously, but she's also like super unpredictable. You can kind of get a sense of what Deadshot's thinking of half the time. But with Harley, you don't know what she's thinking about. And, oh my god, thank you, movie gods. You made Jai Courtney act. Captain Boomerang is awesome. Not like he's the greatest thing in the movie, but like, he's acting, and he's awesome. He has a big pink unicorn. The whole opening of this movie is fantastic. It goes into the characters, their backstories, likes, dislikes. I love it for Captain Boomerang. It's like fetish pink unicorns. I'm like, what the fuck? What else? Amanda Waller. Now, look, I think anyone's ever seen Viola Davis' show, How to Get Away with Murder, watch it. If you like Viola Davis, you will. Her as Amanda Waller is just fantastic. There's a great scene between her and Killer Croc, and I'm just like, and Croc is scared of her. I'm like, wow, that was awesome. Or was it? I forget who it was. I think it might have been Deadshot. I don't know. But she's intimidating. She's great to watch. She has some great lines. I love that guy. I put him in a hole and threw away the hole, because getting people to do things against their own self-interests is what I do best. But yeah, I think she's great, and, I hope she's in future movies. Who else is there? Batman, his whole 3 scenes in the movie. Well, okay, 2 scenes as Batman, 1 is Bruce Wayne. More on that later. But, he's great. He doesn't really he's in the backstory for Deadshot. Like, he brings Deadshot in a weirdly shot action scene. I don't know, it's a shame, because all the other action's done well. And in another scene where we get a bit of Harley Quinn's backstory. There was one bit, it's like, it looked like he was kissing her. At first I thought that was like, oh no, he's giving her CPR. I was like, oh, okay, that kind of threw me off. But, he's great. But it's a shame, though. He doesn't have a scene with Joker in it, though. I was hoping for that. Just a fight or something. I don't know. I like that they both call Batman Batsy, though. That's great. Killer Croc was great, the action was great, and Joker for his very brief 5-minute cameo, basically. So the story, like I've said, is basically simple. Enchantress decided to do something stupid, so Amanda Waller gets her Suicide Squad plan greenlit, and they're going to go out and stop her. However, you learn things are a bit complicated. Rick Flag, who's actually a bit of a weak link in this movie, has a bit of a affiliation with her, maybe we'll say. And things don't always work as well, so most of the squad's being led on a lie, while Rick Flag knows the truth. Yeah, pretty straightforward. But yeah, you've seen this movie before, so it doesn't really do much to be different about it, and, you can read into some of the behind-the-scenes dilemma, like the David Ayer supposedly wrote this in about 6 weeks or something. Eh. But speaking of Enchantress herself, oh god, look, I like Cara Delevingne. I think she was okay as an actress in this movie, but what is it with superhero movies now? Why do villains suck? Especially when they're the villains. I mean, yeah, I guess you could argue saying, hey, Deadshot, Boomerang, Harley, and Joker, they were all great, but they're not like the villains. They're the heroes. They're the villains that are the heroes. They're just why do superhero movie villains suck nowadays? I don't know. They really haven't been good since like I don't know, Loki maybe, Heath Ledger's Joker. I don't know. More on Joker in a bit. Other things I didn't like I said, I think it's Rick Flag. You know, I can kind of see what it was going for, but I just don't think Joel Kinnaman has enough, like, because he's sort of like a lead-ish role. Like, he sort of has about as much screen time as Deadshot, though. But I just don't think he has the, not necessarily, I guess charisma in a bit, but just enough of, he just doesn't feel like a leading man type. Like, you know, he has some decent bits, but he just comes across as a bit blandish. Just not really anything on Joel Kinnaman's part. I think it was just bad casting. Supposedly Tom Hardy was supposed to be in the role originally. What else do we have to talk about? Obvious reshoots. Yeah, those are pretty obvious as well. And let's talk about Joker for a second. He's in this for about 5 minutes. And it's weird though, because the marketing, because he really doesn't have much to do with the story, apart from some, you know, stuff with Harley Quinn for backstory purposes. He's really not in it a lot. And I don't know, everything Jared Leto said about his performance and how he just, you know, everything he says, like, oh, I want it to be the greatest interpretation of the Joker, and how he kept sending his cast some weird things, like he sent, you know, Margot Robbie a dead rat or something, and she enjoyed the gift. I was like, is he just doing this just for attention's sake, or just to build up some hype or whatever? I don't know, but he's been a bit of a point of contention. I think the performance is good, I just want more of it. Maybe in the solo Batman film, I don't know. But yeah, I think overall the film's okay. I just wish it had a bit of a different story, and I just wish it didn't feel kind of generic at times, and I don't know, I just wish some parts were a bit more ironed out. I mean, the stuff with Enchantress got silly. Just silly. I do like that, because it's sort of like, you know, it's a June Moon, I believe her name is. It's sort of like the dual role of it, kind of like a Bruce Banner Hulk type. I like that she's just as afraid of Enchantress as Enchantress is afraid of her in a way. Well, not really. Enchantress not really afraid of her. It's just like, just doesn't like her, I guess. I don't know. I wish that was a bit more developed, because I thought that was interesting, but not really. And I don't know. And there's a mid-credit scene. You can probably take a guess of what it is, and an obvious Justice League cameo, which has probably been spoiled already. But you know, I think the film's all right. I think the critics are being a bit too harsh on it. I mean, what was it, that petition shut down Rotten Tomatoes? I don't know. But the negative, and for all those acting like Harley Quinn is some big feminist icon, no, she isn't a feminist icon at all. If anything, it shows the toxicity of what an abusive relationship can do, folks. I don't get it. Like, every time I see an article like that, it's basically going, it's like, oh, the movie's sexist, just look at Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn is not a feminist icon. Wonder Woman is, not Harley. I don't know, the stupidity of Tumblr users and BuzzFeed and whatever. But, you know, that's it, all I have to say. I want more Harley Quinn. She's great. The accent kind of is a bit in and out at times, but go figure. There's also a nice tribute to a famous Alex Ross painting in here. Yeah, not much else to say, guys. I think the music was great. It just sort of felt like one pop song to the next pop song to the next pop song. I don't know. Whatever, guys. I enjoyed this film. Probably more so than the average person, but I definitely want to... I can sort of get it as to, you know, why people don't like this film. Yes, the story is generic. Yes, it does get a bit destruction porny, and yeah, some of the CGI looks a bit terrible at times, and I think that it feels a bit overstuffed at times, so... And some characters come across as a bit generic, and some I think need a bit more screen time. Like Katana was in it, and I was excited for her, but she's there. She has a cursed sword, who she talks to people with, which was kind of weird when I thought about it. And I don't know. I wish Batman was in it a bit more. Now I gotta wait till Justice League to see more Batman. I don't know, but here's hoping, based on the reception of this movie. Oh God, please don't touch Wonder Woman, Warner Brothers. I mean, I think it'll be good, but I don't know. Here's hoping nothing bad happens. Well, the film's out in about 10 months, so we'll find out then. All right, see you guys later.